Since 2005, I'm bringing together artists, scientists and young people with the goal to change mindset in society regarding environmental and particularly ocean protection. And I have to say I love my work, I love what I'm doing, and it's rather a vocation and a dream coming true than something called work.
I mean, the best way to care for ourselves and the planet is to develop empathy for everyone and everything as much as possible. Also algae, yeah.
I believe very much in the power of storytelling, and art is a visual category where the artwork, the artist and the viewer and the place is brought into relation. And I think from this specific position we may find new ways of how to reimagine the world.
Welcome everyone to this state-of-the-art network midterm event, hosted very importantly by the Posthumanities Hub in the little collaboration with its tentacle, the Eco and Bioart Lab, right? I should say that this is a hybrid event, and we have actually here 9 members of the kind of physical audience and actually speakers, and then a wonderful bunch of you out there in different places, actually distributed both in the Nordic context and outside.
And we are 3 people who have been curating this event, and it is Marietta Radomska, Assistant Professor in Environmental Humanities, working at Department of Gender Studies at Linköping University. It is Janna Holmstedt, a PhD in Artistic Research, working at the Historical Museums in Sweden. And I'm Cecilia Åsberg.
Don't forget about yourself.
And I'm Cecilia Wibjörn, Professor of Gender Nature Culture at Linköping University and Director of the Posthumanities Hub.
Okay, can you hear me, everybody? So welcome to Sandböte. We were here the first time 1 year ago, and we will be guided by Anders Friström from Naturskyddsföreningen. Thank you so much for welcoming us again.
I work at the Swedish Society for Nature Conservation, and I'm a caretaker of this island. This is very much a part-time assignment for me, but To understand where this place comes from, you must go back 11,600 years. 1930, Anna Lindhagen bought the place from Sundby. We also know Anna Lindhagen as one of the founders of our organization in 1909. She was a social reformator, she was also very keen for nature, and she established this in 1938 as a nature reserve.
And we, as part of the biomass, the art collective, will mix in some community garden, but with a marine perspective. You look great. This is your element. So we have two things to do today. One is to take care of the släke, the seaweed lying just by the water. But we also have a lot of bladder wrack down there. So while we're raking, we could take the opportunity to look for this the rare bladder wrack that spawns in the autumn. So are you clear with what we're doing?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start here. Because anyway, the first good sign is that we have seen bladder wrack.
Yes.
Hem vid havet. Ensamt ligger det på sluttningen, långt från grannar. Som ett fågelnäste bland bergen. Men ibland är allt bara som en barnslig dröm, och jag hör en röst stark och kallande. Var är du? Var gömmer du dig? Inte är du hemma här. Inte är du och ditt. Jag har ett hem vid havet. Ensamt ligger det på sluttningen, långt från grannar. Som ett fågelnäste bland bergen.
I think, Marietta, we have learned so much from this event. I'm thinking about all the presentations we've heard. I'm thinking about the keynotes. Oh, wow.
Yes, and particularly the keynotes. And I mean, of course, I mean, I could say a lot, but I mean, I think that I would particularly like to really, make us go back to the words of Stacy Alaimo, who was actually, of course, talking about marine creatures and representations and different sensibilities. But I think the important really point was, about this scale shifting. So we cannot really, just think and act that, everything has to be done in this kind of global scale.
Or like from God trick. Like
God trick.
Scaling up and away.
Yeah.
I think those were the words of Stacy.
Exactly. So not scaling, up and away, but rather like, scaling up and scaling down.
It reminds me of Nira Yuval Davis, actually, this practice of rooting and shifting.
Yeah.
Rooting things in small practices, seeing the bigger picture, returning, and actually changing one's own perception.
Absolutely. Which brings us to sensibility, right? So, I mean, there was this whole kind of very strong point on rethinking sensibilities and thinking, about sensibilities in a kind of post-humanist sense, in recognizing, that the more than human sort of, dimension of the world, recognizing other creatures and, kind of trying to actually do away with human exceptionalism.
So the take-home messages, if we were to say it super short, is first
three,
scale shifting. Second one, that we need
not
affirmation.
Exactly, not only critique, but affirmation.
Exactly. And the third one, that we need to foster these new multi-species sensibilities.
Absolutely.
More than human sensibilities.
Absolutely. And I think that, it precisely comes very much in the very center of, thinking with art.
you.